Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 3, Episode 111, also known as Episode 500, the 500th episode of this podcast in only a couple of years of running it. And I'm very happy about all the stuff that we've done together, all the people that we've helped, and just really excited about the future. Had tons of ups and downs, some crazy things happening, but overall very happy with everything that's happened. You'll recall at the 400th episode, I had just reached just about $400,000 in winnings. I was excited about that, and my goal was to get to 600,000 by the time I reached my I reached my I'd reached 500,000 by episode 400, and I wanted to reach 600,000 by the 500th episode, and we're a little bit short. We're about $13,000 short, which is okay. Again, I blame Vegas, just like I did last time. When I was just short for the year, I blamed Vegas, and but things are going good as of right now. I am just behind where I should be for the year, even with all the crazy things that happened that day in Vegas. $18,000 loss in one day, but still came back from it and got all my money back, and we're moving forward. We're excited. Right now, let me take a look here. I believe right now slots are outpacing blackjack slightly for the year. We've reached $100,000 in winnings for the year, so I really can't complain. Everything is good overall. So on this 500th episode, let's try to win a little extra money. Let's try to sit there a little bit longer, make a few $100 more if we can help it. I'm still going to leave on a deep negative count. Still going to leave at the end of the shoe. Maybe that, I don't know, as long as we have our goals. So let me see here. Right now, still about 6:20 in the morning, and on our way to the first casino. I filled up on the way home yesterday, so we will need gas today sometime, but probably not until the end of the day. This is a medium distance day, so we'll still be going about 350 miles, maybe 400 miles, but we'll be able to get to at least 4 different casinos, and we'll see how things go. So right now I'm going to sit back and relax, and I'll be back to update you after my first stop. Alright guys, I am back. It's a cold day today. It's 52 degrees when I left the house, and right now it's only about 63 degrees, but anyway, I went into the first casino, started walking through, and then security was walking around, and a couple slot techs, so that kind of interrupted some of the stuff that I was doing, because I'm not going to go walk up to a machine and start pressing buttons and walk away and go to the next one and the next one in front of them. So I went a different direction and found nothing there, and then I came back around and I see a guy playing a machine. He's playing it at a minimal level, the lowest level on the machine, but it's close to hitting. And I walk by and I see he only has $10 in it. So I figure it's possible that he's going to get up in a minute. I go around the corner and I see another machine that I'm going to play. That's a $2 level. The one that he's playing is like 75 cents. But I know mine will hold because people aren't going to check it. So I sit down to put money into the $2 machine, and he gets up. So I walk over there, and he left like 14 cents in the machine. I sit down, put $100 in, play it through, boop, boop, boop. 2 minutes later, I'm ahead $35. So I'm happy about that. I go around the corner, I play the $2 machine. 5 spins later, I'm ahead overall like $92. Go around the rest of the casino, and I find nothing else. I take one more lap just to be safe, and I see nothing. So I end up walking out of the casino plus $92. So not bad. 2 machines, less than a minute of play, $92 profit. I had a meeting starting, and this meeting is on Monday and Thursday mornings. Monday they actually go through each individual person and ask for an update, but on Thursday you just let them know if you have anything. So I knew that I could do it in the casino. Well, at this point I was already done in the casino and I was leaving, so I'm like, okay, let me turn it on in my earpiece, and I turn it on, and this meeting as of this week is recorded. So I get on the meeting and I don't notice that I have my microphone turned on. So all the casino music in the background for about 15 or 20 seconds is playing and being recorded, but I don't think anybody really cared or noticed. But just got to be careful with that. Usually, once there's so many people in a Teams meeting, and even other types of meetings, once there's a certain number of people, 5 or 10 or something like that, it'll automatically mute you when you get in the room. Well, that didn't happen this time, even though there was about 70 people in the room, but everything ended up okay. Today is the exact opposite of where I was yesterday. Today is a cooler day. The temperature actually just fell back down to about 60. Clear skies, just a few tiny clouds in the sky, bright sunshine. Looks like a very nice, like autumn type day, kind of a crisp day, which I don't mind. And come on, baby, 500th episode. Let's get some action here. Let's make some money. So hopefully it all turns out good for the day. I would love the 500th episode to be a nice one. Now, if somehow I make $12,000 today, then I could be at $600,000 lifetime, but I think that's a very small possibility. I do have a meeting this afternoon that's an hour and a half long, and my manager and my director will also be in that meeting, so doing that in a casino would probably be a no-no. So I have to decide where I'm going to be when this is going on, and I'm hoping, since I got a nice early start, that I can actually be on a 1-hour drive at that point, and that way I'm only missing out on about half an hour of gambling. But to do so, I have to hustle, I have to make money, and if it doesn't work out, if I'm delayed, then I'm going to end up wasting an hour and a half sitting in a parking lot waiting to get back into a casino, and who knows if there's going to be any kind of bullet points that I have to work on as a result of that meeting, so it could make things very miserable for me. So the odds of me making $12,000 today are very small, but not impossible. Let's see what happens. You never know. Like yesterday, let me just talk a little bit about that side bet. I mentioned that, okay, so I've chased that side bet 5 times, and I've hit it 3 times. I think one of the times I only spent $10 chasing it, and someone else got it. Another time I spent $10 chasing it, and I got it. But this side bet also pays other things other than this $500. And I've been actually pretty fortunate and had good variance with it, that it's cost me almost nothing to chase it those 5 times, less than $100, and I've accumulated about $1,500 from it. So it's one of those things that you need to be aware of your surroundings and actually read the rules on things and understand how things work. So would I ever play that side bet normally? No, because on that side bet, the dealer has to get a blackjack for the side bet to even be activated. So if you even get anything, even 1-to-1, 2-to-1, I think 2-to-1 is the smallest you can get on it, the dealer would have to get at least an ace, if not a blackjack. So what's the odds of getting a blackjack? Come on, guys, quick quiz. What's the odds of getting a blackjack? It is 21-to-1. So you have a 21-to-1 chance of getting 10-to-1 or more on your money, I believe, and you have a 1 in 13 chance, the dealer having an ace, of getting 2-to-1 on your money. So unless you're hitting one of the big $300,000, $200,000, $100,000 bonuses on that, odds are you're going to lose a lot of money chasing that. So I would never chase it otherwise. Anyway, continuing on here to the next casino, and we'll see what we do here. I'll be back to update you shortly. Alright guys, I'm back. So, walk into this place, find a couple slots to play, and they play miserably, and I'm down on slots when I go play blackjack. I go to play blackjack, spreading from 100 to 1,000. At first, pretty timid, nothing really going on, but the count kept on going lower and lower and lower on the first shoe, and I decided to switch to the other table. There were two tables, so when I had a couple losing hands in a row, I said, I don't feel good about this shoe, and I switched to the other table. At that point, I was down about $250. I switched to the other table, and that table was just explosive. First shoe was pretty okay, not a lot of ups and downs. Second shoe had some wild swings. Count was going up. I'm raising my bet. One hand at 100, then 200, then 300, then two hands at 300, two hands at 400, two hands at 500. Eventually, I think I hit two hands of 600. I also had some single hands of 1,000 and 800, and it was just all over the place, crazy. The pit boss was in the other pit getting things ready for the day and wasn't really seeing everything that was going on, but he was hearing rebuys, rebuy 500, rebuy 500, even eventually rebuy 1,000, and all the ups and downs. At the end of that shoe, I ended that down, I think 800 or so, but the swings were just tremendous. Next shoe, pretty calm at the beginning of the shoe, then it starts going up and up and up, and I get to like a true 7, so my big bets are out there. At one point, I remember I had let me see, I had two hands at 400, and I had, on the first hand, I had 2 3s against a 5, so I split that. I got a double down, so I doubled that and got like a 5, something stupid. And then other hand, I hit that and ended up with a bad hand. Ended up losing, I think they were $400 hands, and I ended up losing all 3 of those, and then I ended up losing the other hand. So it was like a $3,200 swing on the dealer busting or making a hand there. The dealer had a 5, and I don't know what he made. Something not like even a big hand, like 17 or 18, just enough to beat me. So that hurt. Continued on, and then got a nice big burst towards the end of the shoe. So at this point, I'm down like 2,000 or so, and then things just went really well till the end of the shoe. And by the time the shoe ended, I was ahead $1,350. So ended the session that way. I walked away from the table and cashed some of my chips and took some of the chips with me. And then I looked around the slots, didn't find anything else that was really good. Ended the slot session down $210. So plus $1,350 on the blackjack, minus $210 on the slots. And it's interesting, the dealer that I went to initially was one that I had last week, where I was involved for about 8,000 at one point. And so it was, with him, he's like, oh man, we're going to make you some money. And I'm like, no, you remember last week you took $8,000 from me. And of course, he had gone home by the time I got all my money back, but it looked to him like I had lost a bunch. And then I was down with him when I switched tables to the other guy. And with the other guy, I seem to have pretty reasonable luck most of the time, variance most of the time, and usually do okay. So overall, not bad. Right now, I'm moving on to another casino. Oh, at that casino, there's some kind of a giveaway this afternoon. I still have a lot of their chips, and I think I may get whatever the gift is if I go back. So I'm thinking about going back this afternoon, doing the gift, and then playing some more blackjack, and seeing what I can do. So anyway, letting you go for now. I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. So I go in there and it is packed. They're giving away something of actual value today. So I'm guessing over 1,000 people in line. As I'm leaving right now, the giveaway lasts for 8 hours. As I'm leaving, the parking garage is full and there are hundreds of cars streaming into the parking garage. It is only around lunchtime right now, and this place is absolutely jam-packed. I'm expecting the next place to be completely dead because of this, because it's not that far away from here. But when I went in there, as I was walking in, I got a text message from a friend and talked to him for a minute, met him in there, and I think maybe we may do something later today. We're not sure, but we'll see how things go. But I did play some slots. I played a $5 slot and ended up losing a little bit on that one, and then went and played some blackjack, and then came back and looked at slots again and found nothing else. So I ended my slot session down $19, and then I played some blackjack for about 20 something minutes or so, not too long. Finished out a shoe. Did pretty well and ended that session ahead 600 more. Now, I don't know what's going on with me, but I gotta tell you, I've been getting so frustrated lately at these casinos. I don't know if it's because I'm getting complacent and I want to get more money faster, or if, I don't know what it is, but you know, I used to be so thankful when I'd make anything and leave ahead at all. Now I'm like, why am I not making enough? And I just got to watch myself and control myself. So I'm working on that. I'm trying to keep my emotions in check, but I'm getting a little bit frustrated. Even that last place, you know, I made $13.50, and I felt like, you know, I lost money because the opportunity was there, the counts were there, the bets were out there, and like the grossest card would come out, and that just like kicks you in the gut, and the dealer's like, oh man, that happens sometimes, and you're like, no, it doesn't. It's a plus 19 with 3 decks to go. It doesn't happen. Give me the damn 10, you know, give yourself the 10. So I did have a couple heartbreakers there. You know, I had a 9 with a high count against a 6, and doubled down, got a 5, and the dealer got a 4-5-5 for a 20 and beat me. And I'm like, it's a high count, you know, just I got a 5-4-5, and the dealer has a 6-4-5-5 with a high count. No other cards on the table. So anyway, laugh at me if you want. We all go through the emotional swings. All right now, moving on to the next casino, and then we'll catch up with my friend and figure out what to do. Let me check to see how much time I have before my meeting, which I'm gonna absolutely hate. The meeting, the meeting, I've got 2 hours till my meeting. So hopefully I'll be out of here and decide what to do with my friend, and then sit somewhere and mess around. It's gonna stink. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. I'll be back. All right, real quick, I just want to break in here and say I have proof now that MGM has changed some things security-wise. I know for a fact that they made everyone in the company change their password, not just the people that were affected by the breach. And I know now that anyone that deals with money now is carrying a token, an actual token, not a digital token like you would on your phone, but an actual physical token with one of those little stretchy phone cord bracelet things. And anytime they're logging in or doing anything major, they have to use the token provided by that, which is not bad. I mean, is it overkill? I don't think so. You're dealing with hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. I don't think almost anything would be overkill. So is it inconvenient? Probably. And they're just going to have to deal with it. This is life right now. It gets inconvenient sometimes to keep things secure. But, you know, there's nothing that we can do. Either we have to give up our security or our freedom. And when you work for someone, you have no freedom. You're at their own, you know, at their discretion. So anyway, I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. So just leaving this casino, I found pretty much, Lord, maybe I'll go back in there. The high limit wasn't open yet, but maybe it's open now. I ended up playing some slots, ended the session. I had $37, but I'm going to go back in there, see if the high limit's open. I noticed people were just getting there. If it's not open, then I walked a couple thousand steps for nothing, but let me get back in there and see, and I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. So I made a big mistake going back in there. I had an hour and 40 minutes until my meeting started, and I spent the whole hour and 40 minutes losing. It was pretty bad. I sat down at a table. A guy bought in for $7,500. I bought in for $500 at the table. First hand dealer gets a blackjack. He cusses me out in different language, which I understood and replied to him in. Second hand dealer gets another blackjack. So he's pissed, I'm pissed, and yeah, by the time he left the table to switch tables, they had opened a new table. I was down about 3,000, and he was all over the place with his side bet, betting 500 on the side bet. He was up as much as 15,000 and down as much as 6,000 or 5,000. Sorry, and so finally, another guy comes to my table, and then the other guy leaves the table he went to. The guy that comes to my table is slowing it down. The dealer's slow. I'm aggravated. I switch tables, start fresh. When I went over there, I was down about 2,200, and the slide began, and it was bad. High counts, bad luck, bad variance, and it just went straight downhill. And I was involved as much as $6,000. I was at that table for an hour and 40 minutes, spreading from 100 to, I think the highest I got was probably 800. The low for the session was minus 5,800, and I had to leave to go to my meeting. I was down exactly 3,000, so minus 3,000 right now. I cashed a couple thousand in chips and kept 1,000 in chips. I may go back to that table. I'm not sure at this point. I'm not sure if I'm going to drive to the next casino because I got chips all over the place in this area. I'd rather stay here longer and just be able to chip away and get some money back. So we'll see what happens. But this is an hour and a half meeting. We'll see how long it lasts, and I'll figure out what to do. And I'll come back and let you know. But it was just so bad. I think I told you. Whoa, hold on. I'm listening to these guys for this meeting. I think I told you slots wise I was ahead 37. So right now I'm going to let you go, get back to this meeting, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, finished my meeting. It was supposed to be an hour and a half, ended up being an hour, and I'm heading back in here. I took all the chips out of my pocket that belong to other casinos. I've got $1,000 in chips for here. So I'm going to go in here, see what I can do with this. Now I've already bought in for 6,000, so that limits me. So I can't buy in for more than 4,000 more. So I just got to be careful with that. Just going to try to make 1,000 or 800 or anything decent, and then get out of here, go to another spot, and then I'll probably be meeting with a friend to go to another city together. So it'll be a long one tonight. Might be an overnight. So I'll let you know what happens with that. So for now, I'm going to let you go. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. So, big episode, huh? Big 500th episode. Getting killed today. So, I go back in after my meeting, and I've got 1,000 in chips left. I'd cashed out a couple thousand, trying to keep things down. I thought if I could win 500 or 1,000, I'd be happy, take a break, and then move on. Well, it didn't work out that way. I actually messed around for a long time, like over an hour, just bebopping around, like nothing good, nothing bad. And then I had bought in for a total of 4,000 actually, the 1,000 in chips plus 3,000 more in cash. And now I'm getting worried about CTR and all that kind of stuff, because I should have kept my chips instead of cashing them out, but I thought I was leaving. So I'm in for a total of 4,000, and I've got a high count. I've got 5,500 in front of me, so I've made $1,500. So, should be pretty happy with that. and I'm figuring out my exit. I figured as soon as that shoe is over, I'm going to leave. Everything is going really well. Well, that shoe, the count is going higher and higher and higher, and I am losing everything. So I went from 5,500 to I spread 100 to 1,000 on that table, and I went from 5,500 down to 1,400, and now I know there's only one or two hands left in the shoe, and I figure they think I'm in for 9,000, so I can go maybe 900 more. I don't want to argue over 10,000 or 10,001, so I go all in for the 1,400, knowing that it's going to be the last hand, and it was the last hand, and I get an 11 against a 10. Now, the running count at this point is like in the high teens, 17, 18, 19, somewhere in there, and they're cutting off about one, just over one. These guys have been cutting off about 1.5, 1.75, but that hand, I've been messing with the cut too, and we'll talk about that. That hand, that shoe, she had it down to just over one or around one. So let's call it one. So I have a true 19 about, or 18 or 17. And I've got an 11 against a 10. You know, you worry about aces coming up, but other than that, you feel like you're in pretty good shape. So I've got the 1,400, I've got it out there already, and I buy in for 900 more and double down and get an 8. So I've got 19, dealer flips over that easy 20, and takes my money. So I have to leave. I don't have a choice. So I end up leaving there down another 4,900. So that's 7,900 for that place. And I don't know the last time I lost there. I can't even remember the last time I lost there, but I sure did it in style this time. So it was pretty bad. So anyway, right now I am moving on to another place, and let me... Shaded black is where I see gas. Okay, my kid. All right. So I'm moving on to another casino, and right now it's already 5 p.m. I'm gonna go there and see what I can do, see if I can make some money back, and we'll see what happens. And most likely I'll stay the night. I'm supposed to be meeting another friend, so we'll see how it goes. So anyway, letting you go for now, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I'm back. You want an exciting episode? You've got it. Okay, so right now I went into this next casino and just got wrecked. Left at the end of a shoe. Well, actually I left before the end of the shoe, because the count was so bad, and I ended up buying in initially for 500, and then 1,000, and then 2 more 500s, and then 1,000. So I bought in for a total of 3,000, and I actually lost my last hand. I was actually at 0 when I lost that hand, and I didn't rebuy because it was negative. So I was minus 3,000 at that spot, which is just getting killed now. I don't know what the deal is. But huge counts, 18, 19, 20 at the end of a shoe, and lose. So also today I had at least 4 times where I had a blackjack, and the dealer had a backdoor blackjack, not including the ones where I got insurance and won the insurance, and not including, or even money, or not including the ones where I didn't take even money and lost those, because the dealer had a blackjack too. I ended up pushing those. So I would say 10 times today I had a blackjack and the dealer had a blackjack in some way. So that was pretty crazy. So let me see. I also played some slots, and actually I didn't want to because I just lost that much. minus whatever 7,900 followed by minus 3,000 is almost 11,000 I lost. And then I'm going to play slots for 50 cents and $1 and $2, but I did it, and I actually had a good string of variance. Played one that was $1.50 and one that was $4 a spin, and did well on both of those, and ended my session ahead, $960 on slots. So right now I am in traffic. I've been in traffic for a while. I don't know where I am here. Let me see. And I'm heading off to the next casino. It's late, but what am I going to do? I was only at that table about an hour, but just got killed. Right now I'm moving on to another place. I'm only about 6 miles away from it, but the GPS says traffic is so bad it could take up to 30 minutes to get there. So stupid me, I'm still going, and we'll see what happens there, I guess. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I got to keep going. Got to keep making money. We'll try to get some of it back. We'll do our best. We'll do all the right things. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Nothing else I can do. So for now, I'm going to let you go. I'm moving on to the next casino, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I'm back. So I was just reflecting here as I'm in traffic. I thought this episode was going to be a celebration of 600K, and it was going to be a great episode, make money like we normally do, and it's going to be a laid-back episode and a fun episode. But of course, that's not the case. You never know what's going to happen. Instead, we're down a bunch of money, and we're trying to figure out how to get some money back. We're trying to get more hours at the table, and that's what we're going to do right now. So I am closing in on the next casino, just a couple minutes away, and I'm just going to relax, take a breath, for one thing, because I don't think I've taken a breath for a minute, and just relax. And I thought it was the end of the world in Vegas, and I got that money back, and now here we go again. And everything that I've lost today, my net for the day today is less than one session that I had losing in Vegas. So this will be okay. Everything will be okay. And I just have to realize today's going to be a losing day. It's not going to be a winning day, and that's okay. And in the long run, I'm going to have both winning and losing days. So don't stress, and I'm not going to stress. So the temperature is nice outside. It's 68 degrees. It's sunny, light wind. It's a good day. You should be out enjoying the weather and just not stressing. So right now I'm driving by a river, and I see people in the park enjoying themselves, and I'm not stressed. I'm going to take a deep breath and relax. And if it looks like things are going well here and I need to stay overnight, then I'll do that. If it looks like it's just not going to work out, if I don't feel right, if I'm not fresh, if whatever, then I'm going to head home. So no matter what, I know in the long run everything's going to be okay. And like I said a couple days ago, sometimes these are the times when you wish you had somebody with you to talk things through. And online, all you're going to get is in the chats, oh, you'll get it back, it's okay, you'll get it back. Yeah, I get it, and I am, but it doesn't feel good in the moment. So everything, I gotta do it for myself, I guess. I gotta talk myself down instead of stressing out. So that's what's going on right now. Sorry if I'm being long-winded here. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. It is about 3 in the morning. So it is about more than 7 hours since I talked to you last. And I am just leaving this casino. And I really needed to slow down and process everything and relax and get on the right track and not stress. And I took my time and I looked at every tiny thing in this casino and just decompressed, I guess. I did actually play a little bit of poker too, mostly slots. I did not play any blackjack. The blackjack table was $100 minimum, and I just didn't feel like playing it after the day that I'd had already. So, like I said, I did play slots for over 7 hours. Walked around, looked around, so I don't know what this guy's doing in front of me. It's me and this guy at a stop sign, and he won't go. So I'm going around him. Okay. So, had my ups and downs. I was down as much as 1,700, and I was up a couple hundred, and just playing everything that I could get my hands on that was positive EV, not worried about anything. Definitely got a lot of points. I had about $25,000 coin in, so I'll probably be getting some offers from this place. And after all that, I mean, jeez, I just don't know how to explain how I was feeling today. Just like I was out of it, I wasn't doing the right thing. Even though I knew that I was doing the right thing, I felt like maybe I wasn't. I felt like maybe something was wrong, that I wasn't doing. I don't know, messing something up or something. But in all this reflection, all this walking around, all this searching, all this playing, all this stuff that I did tonight, I realized that it's just variance. And I know I said that earlier, but you can say it, but you have to believe it also. And I don't know how much I believed it before. I kind of was blaming myself, because now this is, twice in 3 weeks that I had a big fall like that. And I was starting to really worry that maybe it was me doing something wrong. And I would, tell myself that that's not the case, but I just had to kind of work through it. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense or not. So after all that, all the ups and downs, all the craziness, I ended the session ahead, $55. Imagine running tens of thousands of dollars through machines and ending up ahead $55. So that's what happened there. And right now I am looking for something to eat, because you know what I forgot yesterday? I forgot to eat. I left home at 6 a.m. and it's now 3 a.m. almost, and I didn't eat anything. So I don't know if I can even find anything that's open right now, or if I should just head back toward home and then find something on the road, maybe at a gas station or something. So I don't know if I will play today. I'm actually supposed to be playing about 6 hours away from here today, so I don't know if it makes sense for me to make that drive at this point. I'm also supposed to meet somebody and discuss some things at that area, so I don't know. Right now it's up in the air. Right now I am going to get myself together, start heading back toward home, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, 4:30 a.m. now. I made a stop at a casino for about an hour and looked at slots, looked at blackjack, played some blackjack for about 45 minutes or so, and for one thing, I got one blackjack the whole time in like 4 shoes, 5 shoes, whatever it was, and I never got a 21 on any double down. I got 20s, 16s, 15s, just a few 20s, the rest 15s, 16s, and just got killed on double downs and splits. Ended up there's only 2 tables that were open, and when I got a severe negative count, I switched tables, and the other table seemed a little bit better. The count was positive all the way through that next shoe, and then the following shoe after that, I was able to get even and get back ahead, and I ended up leaving ahead $340 on the blackjack, plus 340. And then slots, I played 2 slots, one that just took my money away and never gave me a single hit, and then was out of range and was no longer positive EV, and the other one gave me about 20 something dollars, and I ended the session down $73 on slots. So plus 340 on blackjack, minus whatever I just said, $73 on slots. And right now I need gas, and there is a gas station. The nearest gas station is 11 miles away, and the car says I have 9 miles range. So we're just going to take it easy. We're going to take our foot off the gas pedal on the down slopes, and we'll get there. We'll make it. I'm not too concerned about that. Yeah, I would say the sun would probably start peaking up in about an hour or so. So we'll see where we are then. Gonna get some gas and gonna continue on. I don't know if I should make this into a separate episode or not, because I don't know what's gonna happen today. If I'm gonna stay home, if I'm gonna go somewhere, or what is gonna happen. So I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. I'm a little tired. It's 6:30, so it's been just over 24 hours since I started this fantastic journey. Just went into another casino and looked at slots, played a bunch of different things that I found, all small plays. All of them went pretty well except for one, which I lost the most money on. And I was in there for about 45 minutes or so. At my trough, at my low point, I was down as much as $600, and I ended up coming back and ended the session minus $49. So I'm actually ready to get this day over with. Honestly, that's enough for me. I took more losses in the last 24 hours from so many different places, so many different casinos that I took losses at. I'm ready to go home. So right now I am heading toward home. The sun is already up, and I should get home by 9. I have a meeting at 10, and I'm supposed to be 2 hours the other direction from home by that time. So obviously that's not going to happen. So I'm going to sit back and think things over, figure things out, how I want to do things, if I want to work today as far as advantage play or not, and figure out how I'm going to handle my day, and then go home, get at least some kind of sleep, and then go about my day. So I don't know if there will be an episode today or not. It is now Friday morning, but I guess you will find out if you see it. Tough week. Well, I mean, most of the week was pretty good, but the last day or so. Anyway, right now it's 55 degrees, the sun is up, clear skies, and I'm heading toward home. I do still need to get a little more gas to make it home, and yeah, that's about it. I wish this episode could have been better, the 500th episode, but the 600th episode will be better, I guess. Or the 501st episode will be better. So right now, I'm going to let you guys go. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21 at gmail.com, MWUSA21 at gmail.com. See you next time.